What a way to start my show. Hey everyone, Princess Sherry Cannoli here. Welcome to Chasing Fruit Loops. This is a Long Island-based show running out of Bobby Lacera's Paradise Studios. This is where I get to sit and chat with the coolest and hottest cats I know, like Annabelle. Hi, Mama.
Hi. How are you?
Long time no see.
Yeah, since Sunday.
Since Sunday.
So,
yeah, Sunday was good. Sunday was a very fun and informative type day.
it wasn't as formative as I thought it would be, though.
True.
I was a little disappointed.
I thought there'd be more people.
I thought there'd be more people, considering they close the street down every Sunday from 11 to 7.
Get out of here.
Every Sunday they close from 11 to 7 to help the local businesses on that street.
Oh, wow. That's nice of them, though.
Yeah, but they're still not allowed to have any ticketed events or charge admission or have live bands inside. Even outside, they were telling us that they weren't going to have live bands outside. Not getting it. Don't understand it.
Yeah, but there was a ticketed event.
Yes,
that
there
day.
was a ticketed event that day.
Yes. We won't
Yes.
say the name because
No.
she's a good friend of all of ours.
Well, it's all good. It's all good. You don't want people to
Exactly.
make money.
No, people do need to make money.
This is true.
So Sunday you gave us a very wonderful speech about what happened.
Yes.
Wanna?
Well, I had a couple of gigs lined up in some local music venues. I'm not the only one, and we were canceled because of the new SLA laws. The State Liquor Authority changed the rules. So you're not allowed to have ticketed events. You're not allowed to charge a cover. There's no karaoke, no live bands. Everything has to be incidental, which means it centers around people having dinner and you're just background noise. A lot of musicians and bar and restaurant owners, music venues, and the like have suffered enough. Their small businesses, their bartenders, their bar backs, the owners, all of them. They're just, it's excruciating to see. It's really sad that they're trying to kind of initially put the screws to the small businessman once again. People don't want to come out as it is. So the people that are coming out want to see live music. They want to see their favorite bands. The no ticketed event, I don't get. If you have a club, let's say you have 300 people, you're allowed to sit in your club. That's what the capacity is. So half capacity, 50% is 150. You can't sell tickets to that, which makes no sense to me. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
You could control the amount of people in there. You could still do social distancing. You could still wear masks, and you could sell tickets to that event. These restaurants and these bars are really, they're suffering terribly. And I know a couple of them, a couple of bar owners who own more than one. So those guys inherently maybe have to keep 2 of them closed, and 2 they're allowed to have open. But then again, they're hiring outside agencies, let's say a state trooper or a police officer who has to go in and fine them because they don't deem what they're doing responsible. Their tables are set 6 feet apart. They'll bring out rulers. They'll measure. I mean, I get it. Everybody's scared. This was a horrible, horrible disease. It's a horrible virus. It's affected a lot of people. A lot of people lost both their parents. It's horrible, but we are below. We're below what we thought we were going to be below, and everybody's being responsible about it. The supermarkets, Lowe's, Home Depot. During the pandemic, I went to Lowe's and Home Depot almost on a daily basis. I can go in there and shop, but I can't go and sit down and have a drink at a bar. But if I order food when I go into that bar, then I could be there. What part of the alcohol and the food keeps the virus away? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it does not.
And I've noticed even in towns, even small towns like Islip, in the town of Islip, how many bars and even small businesses, hair salons, little gift boutiques, gone out, they're done, they can't do it. You know, that falls onto now the owners of the building, because now they're not getting their rent, but they still have to pay taxes. And that's where the government isn't looking at the big picture, because they still want their taxes whether you have a business or not. And we're having a big rally September 19th at Eisenhower Park at football field number 4. I believe it's parking lot 6A and 6. We would like everybody to come, show us solidarity. I'm not looking for money. I don't want money from anybody. That's not what I'm here for. If you want to start a GoFundMe for your favorite music venue or your favorite bartenders or your favorite club owners, do that by all means. I'm sure they could use it.
That's a really good idea.
Yes, but I don't want to. I'm not not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm just doing it because I think it's time. I know there are people out there who have issues with their health. Maybe they're compromised immune. You don't have to come to the rally, but you should support them in any way you can by signing petitions, by contacting your local congressman, legislators. Governor Cuomo, he needs to be addressed because the rules on the SLA changed from a Wednesday to a Thursday, like overnight. So now these club owners have to catch up with these new rules. So a place like Eleanor's, perfect. That's what Eleanor's charges a $5 cover. He's not allowed to charge a $5 cover. So all those bands that were booked at Eleanor's have been canceled. He's trying to make it the best way he can. He opened as a new owner before COVID, probably I want to say February, January. And then he was shut down for 3 months, 4 months. He still has to pay rent. He's still paying his taxes. He's still paying money to ASCAP. He's still paying money to New York State. He's giving them their tax money. But he can't operate the business the way he's supposed to. And even with that being said, he's following all the guidelines, all the social distancing, the mask. He's following that. A lot of clubs are. Kevin Sheehan, KJ Farrell's following the rules. But they just go into these little places. I was hearing of a place, and I don't remember the name, the woman that told me it was somewhere up in the north, up on the North Shore, where they have live music, and it was outside. And they came in, and they busted them 3 times. The third fine was $3,000. That's like fining somebody for not having health insurance and charging them that they don't have health insurance.
I have my tax money taken away for no insurance.
So that's the same mentality. We paid them. They don't pay us. We hired them. They didn't hire us. And these local businesses are suffering so badly. How many people you know are out of work, can't find work? We talked to the girl behind the bar, right?
I'm one of
You're
them.
one of them. I'm lucky. I'm one of the
Yes.
lucky ones. But not everybody's as lucky as I am. I mean, my job is essential. I worked through the pandemic. My sister's an RN, a trauma nurse. She was in Newsday. She worked through the whole pandemic. We're people that we had jobs to go to. We could go and make our money. Some school districts paid the drivers. A lot of school districts didn't pay the drivers. So these people can't find work. The girl behind the bar on Sunday when we chatted with her, both girls said that they used to work 2 days. They work a Friday or a Saturday, and they would make enough money that they didn't have to work during the rest of the week, and they were able to keep up with their studies because they're in college. One of them was studying to be a nurse. So all of a sudden now they have to work 4 days, and they still have to go to school full time. They're still, they're doing what they need to do, but it's not fair. It's not fair that they're putting the screws to people that are the backbone. They're the backbone of the community. They're the backbone of our society. They're your neighbors. They're your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your mothers and fathers. Even like when I went through down by Park Boulevard, everybody's outside. Everybody's outside. No one's wearing masks outside. I don't get that. They're wearing the mask outside.
I don't get that at all.
Okay, so they're not wearing masks, but the tables are pretty close together. And, you go into a restaurant, you have to keep the mask on, so you sit down at a table. Then you take your mask off.
And what happens if you walk in and you go straight outside? You have to put a mask
You
on
have to put a mask on to walk through the establishment.
No, to go sit at a table outside?
No, a table outside, you do not need to wear a mask.
Oh, I'm just saying, if you go to the place and you're waiting outside for a table, do you have to put a mask on to go walk to the table that's
I'm not
outside?
sure of the rules. I'm not sure of that rule. I just know the SLA rule because I looked at their website.
Yeah.
I haven't checked the website since last Thursday. I started this rally Thursday, which was last Friday, so it was not this Friday, the Friday before. So it's only a week and 2 days in that I started this movement. Mark Klein is involved, who works at WUSB 90.1. He's been very integral. We've been on the phone. He's very pro small business and helping these local musicians. Now, there's some local musicians, that's what they do for a living.
Yeah.
And they're not making the money that they need. Listen, I get being safe. I get if you don't feel comfortable going out, don't go out. My daughter's not comfortable being in public. She doesn't go out. She works from home. Again, she's one of the lucky ones. Her job is paying her. She's able to do Zoom meetings. Her wife is an air traffic controller. She's working from home as well.
That's a cool job.
Yeah, but they're able to work from home. Not everybody's afforded that luxury, and not everybody's making the money that they need to make to live. Look at how many people are leaving. Look at New York City. Look how many people are leaving.
A lot left.
We've got to stand up for our rights as United States citizens. We have a right to assemble and talk about our grievances. I do not want anybody coming there with any political agenda. I don't care what group you're affiliated with. If you're coming there, you want to bring a blanket and sit down and play guitar, that's awesome. I would love that. You want to come with chairs and coolers, no alcoholic beverages at all. I don't want this to turn into a shouting match between one side or the other. I want it to be solidarity for our music community, for our local venues, for our local bar owners, restaurants, our bartenders, the wait staff. I mean, it's a triple down. It affects security. It affects the distributors who bring the food, to bring the alcohol to these places. It's really sad. And it's shutting down. It's shutting down the economy.
It's a big hit.
It's a really big hit. I mean, these restaurants and bars were already having a problem because people didn't want to go out. So now you add it to the new SLA rules. So now not only people not going because they're worried about going out and getting COVID, but now they're also worried that the bar owners have to say, well, I can only have this amount of people. I played at a place where he had to turn people away at the door. It's not a big place, but he had X amount of people inside and X amount of people outside. And he did the right thing. The governor needs to know we're not little children. We know what we're supposed to do and not supposed to do. We were the ones who brought the numbers down, not the government. We listened to the rules. We did what we were supposed to do. We stayed home. We stayed safe. And now it's time for us to come back out of our caves and start living our lives. That's the way I feel. Everybody's entitled to where they feel. I don't want arguments of people telling me this is just the way it is. And if you really support your local businessman, then you have to do it. It's just like you've got places like Red Lobster, Fridays, Applebee's, all have places outside. They have a giant tent outside at the Applebee's in East Islip. I went past there the other day when I was food shopping, and the tent is closed in. It's a closed-in tent. You could sit inside. Tent is supposed to be so that you have air circulating, correct?
I would think so.
And it's got sides up, and it's so start going to the little mom and pop shops, the places that need your business, not these big conglomerates. Again, Home Depot and Lowe's. I spent a lot of money. They made a lot of money during this time, a lot of money.
So did a couple of restaurants that I frequent.
Yeah, well, me too, but I'm not exactly a small girl, so when I go, I eat.
I'm not exactly. Well, I quit cooking.
Oh, so there you go.
I quit.
You quit cooking now? No, I cook. I got that. I got to do that.
No.
So this rally is September 19th from 2 to 4. I've tried to get some politicians involved just to come and speak to the small businesses. I'd like some Chamber of Commerce there, people that run the Chamber of Commerce. My girlfriend Katie Hepburn's going to be there, Kevin Sheehan, who's been wonderful, and of course Mark Klein, wonderful, and a couple of other people. Liam Hudik was there on Sunday.
Yes.
He had a rally as well. And also the comedians. Comedians are losing money. The comedians aren't allowed to perform. And again, it's a venue where you could sell tickets. You could say X amount of people can go into this venue. Is Disneyland open?
I think so.
Is Disney World open?
Yeah.
So you go see a mouse. You could go spend money there. Like, they don't have enough money. But you can't go to a local music venue and spend money there. A place like Barbecues or Treme or even over here, Front Street, they always have good music in there. There's a couple of places. The Village Idiot always had music. They had music 3 times a week. They used to have a DJ. They can't. Right here, Paradise Studios. People are suffering. We need to help them. We need to stand together and say enough is enough. We're doing what we're supposed to do. Let's bring back and take care of our small businesses in these communities. That's my soapbox is not here, but I stood on it anyway, even though I'm sitting.
Yes, you did. You did, and you did very well on Sunday,
Thank you.
too.
Thank you very much. I'll be running for office in 2021.
22, 23.
23. I'd like to get involved in local politics. I'm not what they're looking for because I got a bad attitude. They call it an attitude, but I don't care. I'm all about taking care of small business. I was businesswoman of the year in 1994. I owned a florist on Merrick Road in Seaford for 8 years. Anybody who was in the Chamber of Commerce then, Charles Schmidt, his son Kurt owned Schmidt Funeral Homes, Barbara Shane's Anchor Realty, Rick Falter, who owned the local insurance company. They all know me. I was secretary of the Chamber of Commerce. I ran beautification programs. We did stuff with the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, church groups. The small businesses, they're the ones you go into your kids' baseball games coming up. They need a sponsor for the Little League team. You need a sponsor in the back of their yearbook. Who's sponsoring them? Is Governor Cuomo going to put an ad in there?
Wait a
I
minute.
don't think so.
I need a sponsor.
She's always looking for sponsors. I'm good. I don't need a sponsor.
And I'm cute.
You are cute.
Thank you.
You got the very Zsa Zsa Gabor thing going on tonight. I like it.
to.
You had to.
So that's
we
lovely,
both did
huh?
pink.
I know, but
Both
my
got the
pink
pink
is
in-
up.
Well, my pink is for breast cancer awareness, so I put it in from September to the end of October.
Well, I just put it in because I like pink.
Oh, I like pink too. She's a great performer. No. See what I did with that?
All right, we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back. ALJ Service Center, 2100 Belmore Avenue in Belmore. Ray and the crew have an outstanding reputation in the Belmore community, built by hard work, honesty, and professionalism. ALJ specializes in computer diagnostics for today's modern automobiles. Whether it's domestic or foreign, ALJ assures your vehicle is at peak performance when it leaves. ALJ also offers expert restoration and repair on vehicles as well as antique, classic, and muscle cars. Call ALJ for your automotive needs. 516-409-4433. Once again, that number is 516-409-4433.
This is Jerry Ann Casola. She has just finished working on a collection of short stories about the love and joy rescue animals can bring. Each chapter contains a message about how people should and could be kinder to animals. The book is rated G, meaning family friendly. To order Life in the Pits, send $13 to paypal.me/Jerry Ann Casola.
Pit of Our Souls, a nonprofit animal rescue that deals primarily with pit bulls but will never turn away any dog, no matter what breed or size. Their primary focus is not only to rescue and rehome those in need, but to educate and rehabilitate to prevent the cycle from continuing. Pit of Our Souls offers boarding, training, and as much assistance as possible to those in need. Call Pit of Our Souls 516-308-6221 or check out their website www.pitofoursoulsrescue.com. And we're back with Annabelle. Before we continue, if anybody wants to call in, ask us a question, make a comment, 516-945-9099. Again, the number is 516-945-9099. Call in, make a comment. We want to hear from you.
And vote for Annabelle.
She's going to adopt me.
I am. You're already in the family. You kind of you smooth right in there.
I just lay
You can
steady.
float around on my giant unicorn in my pool.
Cool.
I put myself in a bubble because some days I'm so angry I just need to float around on a bubble and just meditate. And
No,
talk to God and the powers that be. Whatever you believe in, I talk to God, but not everybody believes. So whatever you believe in, or even if you just got to center yourself, sometimes you got to center yourself. When my gigs were canceled, I was so angry because now I take care of a mom and a house, me and my sister do. We pay a tremendous amount of money in taxes. I think our taxes just went up to almost $19,000 a year.
Holy sugar snaps.
Yeah, I'm not moving up for Long Island. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised, and I'm fighting to stay where I am because I love it here, and I'm sure a lot of people feel
We
the same way I
have
do.
the best
We have everything.
music.
We have the best music scene.
best.
The best
Exactly.
music scene.
Any
That's
night of the
amazing.
week.
Yes.
Any night of the week. You can do
Anything.
karaoke. You could go line dancing. There's disco dancing.
No, you're not allowed.
Any
No,
night-
no dancing.
Well, not now.
no
Not
comedy
now.
shows.
No, not now.
karaoke.
No, not
even
now.
if you bring your own microphone. No. So we do incidental.
I'm
things
saying
now.
before all of this, every night of the week there was always something on Long Island.
Inherently, the music scene is going underground. So maybe this will be an opportunity for people who do their own thing, who do don't do covers, who make their own music. Maybe this is going to be like a revival of the '60s.
Should I try to make my own alcohol?
I don't want to talk. I can't talk about that. I can't address that right now.
No, you
I
cannot.
neither do or do not. I will not. I plead the fifth on that one. So let's hope that this word gets to him. Again, write your legislators, write your congressmen. I mean, there are comedians out there that are amazingly talented and funny. Even Corinne, the representative for Nassau County, was at Governor's Comedy Club. And she wrote a letter to Como to say, listen, we got to open up these places. We got to help these small businesses out. And it fell on deaf ears. Maybe what we need to do is maybe we need to sue the governor. And maybe that will get his eyes opened up.
Any lawyers out there that want to take this?
I'm not a lawyer. I play one on TV. Or, I just think that there's just too much at stake here. Like this, again, all these restaurants, even on the North Fork, you could go to the flower field, you go here, you can go there. The minute you walk into a bar, you have to order food to have a drink. I can't sit down with you and have a beer.
No, Sunday.
Denied.
Sunday.
Denied, you have to order food.
Well, I was hungry Sunday.
Well, my chubby butt didn't care about that, but it just, what if you weren't hungry? What if you weren't
You
hungry? What
order
if you're a
something and
skinny girl,
take it
you didn't
home.
want to eat? What if you already ate, you went to a festival, maybe you already ate, just want to go and have a beer.
My friend Dave Hilsenrath is...
Hi, Dave.
He's tagging performers and bar owners onto the show to watch this.
Good.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you.
We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Dave
Thank you.
used to be really, really big. I don't know if Dave still goes to a lot of shows, but this guy, he'd go to like 2-3 shows a damn Friday and Saturday night, and sometimes on Sunday afternoons he'd be out.
Well, we're doing shows now, but we're not calling them shows. We're calling them incidental music happenings. We're calling them different names. We're not saying exactly where we're going to be. We're not tagging bars. We're not tagging restaurants, simply because we don't want them to get in trouble. These people are the ones who support us all year. Before this happened, all these venues, all these bar owners, all these clubs, you could play there. You could go there 4 days a week and see live music. Now they're suffering. We need to take care of them like they took care of us.
Yes.
We need to stick together, regardless of whether or not we like somebody. And people in music,
Yeah.
people who are artsy, sometimes become bunkheads. It shouldn't be about that right now. It should be about banding together, literally banding together, and making a statement. I had to take a breath there after that. So that's how I feel. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's how I feel. Again, I don't want any political statements. Don't come with Biden or MAGA hats or anything like that. This isn't about the election. This isn't about Republican, Democrat. This is about local businesses. This is about local business people. This is about the music people. This is about us, you. Paradise Studios, who's been hit too, hard, and nobody's helping him. So, these agencies want their money. PSE&G.
They want their money.
They want their money.
Do you know when I was sick, PSE&G, they said they'll split my back bill up and add it onto the bill. Not even help me. I was out of work because I got the COVID. I was out almost 4 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks. That's a heavy hit for me because I pretty much live week to week. I do very well. I make the money, yes. But when it's not coming in because you're not there at the job, you got a problem. So, and my housemates weren't working because they're electricians and carpenters.
Yeah, so it
So they're
affected
not working.
everybody.
It affected everybody in my house.
I still have a question. I don't understand why the Video Music Awards were allowed to be played. Was that not a ticketed event? How many people were there? They came in from other states, and they did not have to quarantine. They did not have to stay in New York. Why were they allowed? Why was that allowed? Why wasn't the kibosh put on that? Why didn't they do Zoom meetings? I mean, I didn't watch it because I was aggravated at that point. I was aggravated when I knew it was affecting my friends who own bars, when I realized what was going on. Because I don't just go to these places and perform. I go to see other people perform. I have friends like Pam Betty, Sweet Susie, Johnny Sirianni,
Yeah, you're always
Bobby
out.
D. All these people that I love and I care about and I respect. And I go to support them when they play out live music. Now they're affected as well. Now those shows are canceled too. And
And
no one's-
sometimes that's people's extra money. That's like maybe their electric bill money. That could be a car payment. We don't know everybody's situation. And everybody's getting hit pretty damn hard.
$2,000 a year in taxes.
Taxes.
Hello.
That's insane.
It's insane.
That
And
I
you want their money. You can't not pay your taxes. They'll take your house.
yeah.
They don't care if you have nowhere to live. Right?
They don't.
They don't.
They could care less.
Right. So we hire them to take care of their constituents. Are they taking care of their constituents?
No.
Or they have their own agenda and they want to be sitting on they want to sit on their throne and make judgments based upon how they feel that day. My left ass cheek feels a certain way, so I'm going to say this. My right ass cheek feels a certain way, so I'm going to say that. It's wrong. It's wrong. We have to fight for our rights. And again, like I said it before and I'll say it again. If you are immune compromised, if you have health issues, I'm not telling you have to go to this rally. I'm not telling you have to go see live music. I'm not telling you have to leave the house. You have to do what's comfortable for you. But for me, going out and seeing live music, and for a lot of other people, it's a joy. You're crushing people's joy. People are depressed. They're financially in a downward spiral. And now they can't even see their favorite musicians on Long Island perform. It's just horrible, and it's creating a condition.
Big time.
It's creating a condition, and
People are getting angry too. Have
people
you
are
noticed that?
there's a lot of angry monkeys out there. Very bad. Very bad.
It wouldn't be
Munchkins,
good.
Dogs, whatever you want to
Flying
say. A
monkeys?
lot of families. People
Flying
are
monkeys?
angry.
Oh yeah.
Very angry.
I would be too.
You can't blame people, right?
No, can't blame people at all.
I work for a bus company, and I can't tell you the amount of people who are coming in for jobs that had jobs before, and now they're looking for work. And we're trying to keep up with the influx of people and trying to get things back to schools. Schools are going back. We're going back to school. I go back to school next week.
How is that going to work? Are they going like some kids are going certain
so
days?
the school system is just like how the government's running. Some schools are doing it one way, some schools are doing it another way, some schools are going virtual, some schools aren't offering virtual, some schools are saying, okay, we're going to do 2 days, and then 1 day off, and then 2 days. Some schools are going back 5 days at the end of September.
Wow.
West Islip has made the plan to go back 5 days at the end of September, whereas Bayshore is doing A and B days. So it just depends on the school district. And the social distancing is in place. That's why they're cutting the classes in half. Mm-hmm. They have some children learning at home. But then again, the kids suffer too. The kids are suffering.
Big time. They're not
they're
learning
not-
properly, I don't think.
I'm sorry, but if this was me back in the day and my daughter was in kindergarten and I had to teach her virtually, we'd be at Dunkin' Donuts, we'd be at Friendly's, we'd be at the mall. I would be horrible at it. I would be like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow, honey. Let's just go out. I'd be really bad. I really would. Even though you have to check in with the teacher, and it must be difficult for parents who have to work. Again, you have the other aspect of it. You've got two parents working. You've got 2-parent working household. When the kids go to school, that's when the parents are working. Now some of these parents aren't able to do that. So then that causes a
One
that causes a
person has to
financial
stay home.
downfall in that household.
Yeah.
It affects everybody down the line. So we've got to make some changes. Again, clear, concise changes, clear, concise rules, not the willy-nilly, not the hypocrisy. There's a lot of hypocrisy. Again, the VMAs, hypocrisy,
Big time.
big time.
Not that I've watched that in God knows how long.
But, like I said, you can go to Home Depot and Lowe's. I went through the whole pandemic. Those people were there working. Supermarkets, those
Yeah.
people were there working.
That I totally understand. You got to have food.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I need food. I don't know about everybody else, but I need to eat.
I love to eat. You saw that on Sunday. I was like,
Yeah, that place was nice. That was a cool spot to go to. It really was.
yes, we showed face at the Village Idiot
Yeah.
in Patchogue.
Yes.
Food was
We
good.
walked through town, and it was a ghost town. If that gives you any indication, the parking lots are pretty full, as Jerry can attest. We actually ran into each other down a side street because I was going to go behind the Patchogue Theater so I could go and show support for Liam because I thought what he was doing was important. I was very surprised there was not more people there. I was very
I was
surprised there
very
was not more
shocked
business
too.
people there as well.
I didn't hear about it until you told me.
Right, and I put it out there. I put it on blast. I'm putting this on blast. Like I said, I would love for people to come, show solidarity, keep the music alive, keep these small businesses alive.
It's only for a couple of hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 to 4.
She's not going to be doing this monster-sized thing that's going to be an all-day thing. 2 hours.
And I'm not looking for bands. I'm not doing a band showcase or a jam. It's not about that. It's about showing solidarity to start opening things up. Start letting people do their music, do their comedy, karaoke. Put some things in place for karaoke. There's a big contingency of karaoke singers on Long Island.
Yeah,
it's a
there's
big,
a lot.
big thing.
Couldn't they
Again,
have
they went underground too.
with the karaoke, like with the microphones, couldn't they have like a disposable cover?
They do have disposable
Okay, so
covers.
the guy goes up, he sings, they take it off, and they put another one on. What is so wrong with
Or they
that?
could bring their own.
Exactly.
You
And
can sanitize
microphones.
the mics in between.
You know what? And I saw online today Sennheiser mics. They were not that expensive. You
Yeah.
know, and they're a good microphone.
Well, I don't like anybody touching my microphone, and most singers will tell you that. We don't like people touching on mics. I don't like anybody touching my microphone. But again, when we do a jam, a lot of the musicians that come bring their own material. They bring their own stuff. They bring their own microphones. Johnny Sirianni has a microphone in his back pocket. He's like, and he's been doing it for I don't know,
Years.
2 years, 3 years
Yeah.
since I've known the man. He's always had his own microphone with him. Always. He doesn't like anybody to use them either. When I perform with him,
I don't
I have
blame
to bring
him.
my own. It's I get it. I get all of it. Even when you could sanitize. I used to go to when I practiced in the studio. We always sanitized the mics when we went into the room.
Oh, psh, 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 with
Yeah.
some alcohol and wipe it
That's
down.
it.
Next.
That's it.
It's
So-
not that hard.
But I know even there was a place I used to play at BK Grosso's, which is on Main Street in Bayshore. Gone.
Really?
Gone.
The one where I went to see you?
Gone.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
He had good food too.
He had good food, but you know what? It got to be too much. The rules, the constant rule changing, and them coming in, looking at him. Yeah,
Horrible.
it is horrible. It's very horrible. It's very angering. That's why I started this, because on a Thursday I found out my gig was canceled for that Saturday, and I went to see my friends at Eleanor's, and I talked to him, and I'm like, at first I wanted to do a demonstration. I wanted to do a protest. But then when I talked to Tom Silmy, my local legislator, because I was really upset, he calmed me down and he said, listen, you have to do this you have to make it so it's inclusive, and you have to say a rally. So it makes people feel more comfortable. It doesn't have a negative connotation. And I understand you're upset, and I understand that you're angry, and a lot of people are. I'm sure his office is inundated with different business people who are so overwhelmed with the prospect of losing everything they worked so hard for, which it's gonna make me cry, because I know what it's like to own a business. I know how hard these people work, night and day in, day out. Those bills keep coming in. You have employees. Now all of a sudden you have to tell somebody who's worked for you for 20 years or 15 years, I'm sorry, I can't use you anymore. I'm not making enough money.
That's what happened to me.
That's what's happening. That is what's happening. That is the true crime right now. I'm sorry, but it's a crime, and it's really disgusting.
It is.
Instead of
there's
saying,
just
okay,
too much.
we're just gonna put a moratorium on everything for 6 months. You don't have to worry about your taxes. You don't have to worry about your PSE&G. You don't have to worry about any of that. Let's get everything back in let's get everything
Oh,
back to flowing.
they said that they were going to work with you. Yeah. Just split my bill up. You know that.
My bill went up $200 even after that last storm. Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, air conditioning.
I have 5 air
Pool
conditioners
filter,
running,
yeah.
so it's like $100 for each of us.
Yeah, I don't have 5, but I have 3, I think. 3 or
Yeah.
4.
Oh, you don't have central air?
No, I don't have central air. I don't need central air.
Okay.
That's expensive.
Okay.
I got a she shed to build in the back. I'm worried about that right now.
Oh, shisha.
Yeah, so I've been doing music in my backyard for a good part of the summer. And that's my new adventure, that we're building a stage in our backyard because we have enough property that we could actually have local bands come and play in our yard. And with the she shed,
Wow.
yeah, we've got.
Can I be your bartender?
Yeah, we have a paddock and a barn. So we don't have horses anymore because we can't afford horses. My neighbors all have horses, but I don't.
Oh.
It's okay. They're a lot of work. You ever have a horse? I volunteer once in a while at a horse rescue. It's a lot of work. Slop in a stall is not fun.
Oh, no.
No. Imagine a giant litter box. If you
Yeah.
will, a giant litter box with poop this big, not this big.
No. That's not going to work very well with me
So
at all.
I am playing. I am doing some gigs, but
Tell us. Oh, you can't.
I'm doing incidental music at a couple of venues. One of them being Treme, which is incidental music, 'cause people come and eat.
Oh, definitely.
We're just background. You don't even notice us there. And I'm doing something at Edgewood, which is outside. It's on Comac Road. It's outside. Everything's outside there. And that's
heard
for the
of that.
Kentucky Derby. It's the old Savinos. Now it's called Edgewood. And that's going to be outside in the parking lot at 7 o'clock. And they have food. They have a beautiful restaurant, all new menu. Nikki Scraps is the cook. Pretty good. Enjoyable.
Dunkin' Donuts is over there if you need some coffee.
Well, Texas Roadhouse is over there. I'm sure they have a tent in the parking lot too. Oh. Shots fired! Shots fired! They're not a small business. They're a corporation. They make a lot of money.
Well, they're surviving.
They're surviving better than some of the smaller guys. But they're not going to give you money for your kids' baseball team.
Of course not.
They're not going to sponsor a little Pee-wee football league either.
Will
Or
they sponsor
lacrosse.
my show?
I don't know.
Doubtful.
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Here's to you, kid.
Here's to you.
All right, we're going to take one more commercial break and we'll be right back. ALJ Service Center, 2100 Belmore Avenue in Belmore. Ray and the crew have an outstanding reputation in the Belmore community, built by hard work, honesty, and professionalism. ALJ specializes in computer diagnostics for today's modern automobiles. Whether it's domestic or foreign, ALJ assures your vehicle is at peak performance when it leaves. ALJ also offers expert restoration and repair on vehicles as well as antique, classic, and muscle cars. Call ALJ for your automotive needs. 516-409-4433. Once again, that number is 516-409-4433.
This is Jerry Ann Casola. She has just finished working on a collection of short stories about the love and joy rescue animals can bring. Each chapter contains a message about how people should and could be kinder to animals. The book is rated G, meaning family friendly. To order Life in the Pits, send $13 to paypal.me/Jerryann Casola.
Pit of Our Souls, a nonprofit animal rescue that deals primarily with pit bulls but will never turn away any dog, no matter what breed or size. Their primary focus is not only to rescue and rehome those in need, but to educate and rehabilitate to prevent the cycle from continuing. Pit of Our Souls offers boarding, training, and as much assistance as possible to those in need. Call Pit of Our Souls 516-308-6221 or check out their website www.pitofoursoulsrescue.com. And we're back with Miss Annabelle.
Hello.
I love this girl. She is just so cool to hang out with. You got to
Thank
come
you.
and see her play. She is such an amazing, amazing singer.
Thank you. I like to sing. It's what I do.
What?
What? Speaking of singing, Paradise Studios still has a jam on Thursday nights. You should come and check it out, inside and outside Thursday nights. What time? 8 p.m. till midnight. So if you're into playing some live music, maybe you have some originals, you want to get out for a bit, you bring your mask, you have to wear your mask, socially distant, the whole thing. But just come here and support support your local businessman, no matter what it is. Ice cream parlors,
Pizza.
everything. Studios need it desperately right now, especially right now. It's been rough. They've been closed for 3 months. You know, nothing's been going on for 3-4 months, you know. While we were sitting home socially distancing, watching Netflix, people were trying to figure out how they're going to put food on their tables.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not collecting unemployment. They're not getting that $1,100. Nope. Didn't get that $1,100. Business owners aren't getting that money. So, you know, what are they supposed to do? Living off savings and credit cards. It's not fair. We need to stand in solidarity. We need to help people. So, you have any other questions for me, Miss Jerry Cannoli?
No, not really. You covered it all.
I think I did, right? I did.
You did really good.
Yeah, I think I did. You know, I think maybe I might have to think about going back for law. I don't know. Or just,
You'd be really good at it.
well, grassroots. I'm full of piss and vinegar sometimes. That's what my mom says. And when I was leaving the house on Sunday, and I quote my mom, "Please don't get arrested. We don't have enough money for bail." I said, "I'm not going to need bail. They'll let me out. I'll get an appearance ticket.
Walk
right out. I'll get an appearance
Walk
ticket.
right
I'll be right
in.
home.
Walk right
I won't
out.
hit anybody. Won't get violent. I promise. I promise, Ma. You know. Although if the cop was cute, I might, you know, take a ride. Take me downtown, big guy.
Come here, Officer Hot Pants.
I'm single right now, Minkle. I could climb you like a mountain. Let me get my rope.
Yeah, you should have seen the one that came to my house the other night. They had to talk to me about a little incident, and when this guy turned around and walked away, I was like,
It's terrible.
my housemate grabbed me by the arm. He's like, stop staring at her.
I'm a
I was
dirty
like,
old lady, I swear. The stuff that comes out of my mouth, I'm like, oh.
Did you say stop, I swear?
Stop, I swear.
Stop,
Hi, Ed.
I
We love you all.
was just on the phone with him today.
These wonderful people.
Just had a really cool conversation with him. We laugh like 2-year-olds, you know?
Yeah, he's a good guy. And Jim Moran, of course, and Lori. And Mike Green, those are my people. I love them so much.
Lori is an amazing photographer.
Amazing.
If any band
Hashtag
needs,
Lori Bennett. BENNET.
Isn't it on the Rocks photography?
No, we changed.
No?
She had to change her hashtag. So,
Oh.
Lori Bennett. You can go on the rocks, but we're going to go to Lori Bennett. Hashtag Lori Bennett.
She's an
She
amazing
texted me
photographer.
tonight. Yes. She's amazing. An amazing human being, too.
Oh, she's wonderful. She
So
has
many
such
great people. Oh,
energy. Her
such great
energy
people.
is just, oh,
You know?
you love her.
So, and, you know, Sweet Susie's been playing, so that's good.
Didn't
And,
she
yeah.
just do something for the hospitals?
We did together. We Sweet Susie asked me. My sister works at Good Samaritan. She collected. Susie started a foundation to collect money, a GoFundMe to collect money for the hospital workers to give back to them. And then there was John's Crazy Socks, who hires people who have different handy abilities. So whether they have autism or whether they have Down syndrome, they make socks. And they raised $25,000.
Wow.
John's Crazy Socks raised $25,000 for the workers at Good Samaritan Hospital.
Wow.
It was a beautiful night. It was a beautiful event. I was surprised there wasn't more people there. There were people in their cars, which was kind of cool. So they came. I have some friends that maybe they're not up to being out yet. They sat in their cars and they listened to the music and they had a wonderful time. Susie raised almost $3,000. A lot of that stuff went to, yes, she's wonderful. A lot of that money went to hand sanitizers, vitamins, straws. They had a whole bunch of giveaways for the hospital staff. So hospital staff was coming out and they gave them bags and they were able to take some giveaways with them, doctors, nurses.
Wow.
And my sister was supposed to go initially when it was going to be in August. August. But Susie had to change the date because of the funds. We were waiting for the funds from the FundMe page. So they ended up having it the 26th, right? The 26th was last Wednesday. It was a week ago tomorrow. And my sister works at the hospital and she had to be there at 7. And she heard me singing and someone said, there's this lady out in the parking lot. I think it's your sister. And she came running out. And there's a videotape of me and her hugging.
Aww.
And I'm crying. Then I had to finish singing with Brother Dave. The tears are flying down my face. It was a very poignant moment. Because these nurses and doctors, man, they're suffering they've seen some terrible, terrible things.
A lot of burnout.
They held those patients' hands. They were there for them from the beginning to the end because their families couldn't be there.
Yeah.
So
horrible.
kudos to them. And I thought the stories were on a daily were just heart-wrenching, and some of them I'll never forget.
People that I know could not go in. My aunt is 91 years old. She had COVID, and my cousin could not go there and see her. My mother could not go and see her own sister.
It was heartbreaking.
Yes,
very
very.
heartbreaking. And my friend Gigi, his mom had it. She was in a nursing home up. I think it was up in Port Jeff. And their whole wing was affected by patients
Wow.
coming in from other hospitals they didn't know what to do with, so they put them in that hospital and got all the old people sick.
Lovely. Thank you, Governor. Anyway.
I'm biting my lip.
Yeah.
I bite my tongue on a daily basis to the point where sometimes it bleeds. Because I gotta meter what I say. I gotta keep it fair and even.
All right. Once again, your rally is
September 19th, Eisenhower Park, football field number 4, between parking lot 6 and 6A. Bring lawn chairs, bring a blanket, no alcoholic beverages at all. Water, you want to bring fruits, vegetables, whatever. You want to have a little platter, make a little picnic, listen to what people have to say. I'm trying to get some local Chamber of Commerce involved. You could hear what these people are going through, hear their stories about how they're suffering and how we need to rally behind them to help them make this transition back from COVID times into the new normal. Because we need a new normal. We can't stay in our houses forever. We need to go back to living our lives. And we need to figure out how we're going to be able to do that by social distancing, by wearing masks, by being hygienic, washing our hands, using hand sanitizer, the whole 9 yards. But this rally, I would hope that everybody who can make it will come down, show support, bring your guitars. I have no amps. There's no generator there. I'm going to probably be talking really loud. I have a very strong voice. So you'll hear me in the back of the room.
maybe we could locate you a bullhorn.
A bullhorn would be, yeah. I don't know if a bullhorn would be good for me. I might take it home and scare the neighbors. I'm not sure yet. That might be like a new toy, like my new phone. I would just play with it all day long. When they're playing music really loud. 'Cause my neighborhood is like there's all kinds of music goes on the weekends, and this one's blasting this one's blasting that. I'll be like, turn that down! So, but please, 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 start supporting your small businesses. No matter how you do it. Buy a pizza. Go to the deli. Instead of buying your cold cuts at the supermarket, go to your local deli and get your cold cuts from your local deli. There's not that much of a difference. I compare prices. I'm a keen shopper. I could tell you. My mom's like, Walmart's got the best prices. I'm like, no, they don't. Some things they have a lot higher than other stores. You really have to pay attention to what you're doing.
Yes, you do.
So September 19th, 2 to 4, Eisenhower Park. Come support a rally for live music and support our local business people and our local music venues
All right.
and comedians
Wow.
and karaoke singers.
All good things must come to an end, and so must my show. I want to thank my sponsors, Ray from ALJ Service Center over in Belmore, Russ and Joanne from the Hitman Blues Band, for helping me keep my show going. I want to thank my producer, Bobby Lucero. Of course, Bobby always keeps the magic alive. To my wonderful guest, Annabelle, I love
Hi,
you.
I love you.
I love you.
Mwah.
This girl is the best. Come and see her.
I'm not the best. I'm one of the better ones, but I'm not the best.
And of course, I have to thank my viewers, because without my viewers, I wouldn't have a show. Have a great week, everybody. Next week, I have Chef Anthony Mangiano, something like that. So tune in tomorrow night, next week.
Chef Anthony's going to call her up and yell at her now. It's a Mangiano.
Yeah. All right. Have a good week, everybody.
Ciao.